Yeah, you can definitely see that. They're all gathered on this side right here. I should be able to hear my balls drop in a second here. I've got all the balls in my hand right now, and these balls are cold! What's going on, YouTube? This is what Josh do, and this is an exciting video. Now, this company reached out to me and asked me if I would like to review their product, and I said yes. This is a cooler, like for your car, or traveling, or a road trip, or, you know, like whatever. All right, so without further ado, let's start ripping into it and open it up and test it out. Now, I specifically requested the newest release. It is a smaller unit, but it is pretty cool. I already have a 12-volt car fridge that's kind of large. They're a different company, so, you know, I thought I'd try this. This is model AB16. That's Alpha Bravo 16. This is 16 quarts, 15 liters, 12 volts, 24 volts, 18.3 pounds, which is 8.3 kilograms. So that's the net weight. The gross weight's 21.8 pounds, and the dimensions are 22.2, whatever. Let's open this thing up and check it out. So we have something, don't know. I haven't seen any videos on this thing. I haven't looked for them. They probably exist. I haven't looked for them. I think this is super cool because it is compact. And I actually have a trip planned for March. And it's going to be the longest vacation away from work that I've ever had. Can't be more excited. So this is cool. I'm going to get to have some cold food and drinks and stuff on the way there. Now, I don't know how I'm supposed to get this out without... it has a compressor, so you don't really want to tilt it and do like I'm doing. But this probably means I won't be able to turn it on for a little while. All right, so I suggest doing like I'm doing, where you cut the bottom and you have it come out to the bottom. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a violent drop. That was not a good drop. All right, be more gentler than me. It was not coming out, and I just... All right, now. So here's the unit. We've got a lock button, a minus, plus, power, and then the button which reveals the inside, which it looks like there's actually two little compartments here. Let's go through all that's included, because, yeah, so we got a 12-volt plug for your car, and then if you have like a normal power source, like inside your house, you can use this thing, which this is 13.5 volts at 4.5 amps. All right, got some stuff to throw away. Looks like an imprint for cans there. We've got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Oh my gosh, this thing's loaded. So, looks like we've got a strap to carry it. That's awesome. And then we have, is this ice? Is this for free? I haven't done any research on this thing at all. So this is like a fresh experience for me. Yeah. So, does that just pull or does it twist? I am not sure. Okay, it twists. And then you fill it with water, and then it looks like ice. Then how do you get the ice out once... This is very interesting. I'm going to have to look at the manual. This does something. Pulls or... I'm not quite sure. I've got some research to do, but this looks like an ice tray. I just don't know how you get the ice out once it freezes. Oh, and it... Oh my, what? Okay. So it collapses in, and it comes out. What? That is very interesting. All right. So I will actually be checking this user manual out. So SetPower AB16. This appliance is not intended for use by persons, including children, with reduced physical or mental capabilities. Children should be supervised. Do not expose this to rain. Place the refrigerator on a dry, protected surface away from edges. Do not place in direct sunlight. AB16 non-slip mat. Okay. So this bar right here is a non-slip mat. Okay. And then yes, it is an ice pack, shoulder strap, and then a 12 volt to 24 volt. So looks like it's going to operate at about 40 watts power. And it does use R134A. So yes, this does have an actual compressor in it. And then connect it to power source. And then if you're someone that needs to see Celsius versus Fahrenheit, you can long press the plus and minus together, and it'll change. The fridge will lock its control interface after 30 seconds of knowing and setting the battery protection. The device is set to a high protection level. Okay. I've never 100% understood that. Oh, there we go. So yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. So it's got the 12 volts. So if you have it plugged into your car socket, high will stop at 11.1. Medium will stop at 10.4. Okay, so this will drain more of your battery if you keep it on L, and preserve your battery if you keep it on high. So meaning that you can start your car. And then look at that. That's important to know. And there are errors. So for me, you might not have this instruction booklet, or you might get this at a yard sale or something years down the line, and at least you'll have the instructions here because I'm showing them in the video. Yeah, let's just quickly go through the rest of this because I want to get to the actual unit. I just want to quickly get through this. So Amazon fulfilled, server fulfilled, refund and replacement, customer service, FCC. The FCC won't let me be so... It doesn't really say how to use this thing. So I'm obviously you just fill it with water and then pull this. But how do you get the ice out once the ice? Okay. Oh. So I'll bet you fill it with water like this. It freezes. And then when you pull this, they'll come out through the bottom. I'm going to have to fill this thing with water and test that. That's pretty cool. Here on the lid, you do have some instructions as well. That's pretty cool. All right, so here inside this thing, we get some additional information such as water recommended 41 Fahrenheit or 5 Celsius, drinks 41 or 5 Celsius, and then juice, and the meat 0 Fahrenheit or negative 18 Celsius. So it looks like this thing can get quite cold. And a lot of people actually ask questions on like how cold this thing can get. So what I'd like to do is wait a little while for the compressor to, because it was on its side. Actually, since it was on its side, and since we can't really do much right now, let's take a look at the rest of the unit. So here we have a fan on the side. We've got our input for power. We have the compressor here on this side, and then some ventilation here on this side. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording here and let this settle down because this does have refrigerant inside it and it has a compressor. So I'm gonna give this a few hours or more to settle down, and we'll be back to turn it on and see how cold it can get drinks. Or let's see about this ice thing. This is very curious. I definitely want to see A, how low the temperature can get, and B, I want to test this ice thing out because that seems pretty cool to me. And then you have two different zones here. You can't control them independently, but you have like a little zone here for like cans or something. All right, we'll be back in a little while. Alrighty, so it's been, I don't know, about 3 hours or so. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. I've also cleaned this thing out, filled it with water, and then closed it. So we're gonna see what happens when it freezes. Also, most people ask in these types of videos like how cold the thing can get. So let's find out. Right now, inside here, we're looking at 24 degrees Celsius. I used cold water from the faucet. It's not freezing cold or anything like that. It's only 25 Celsius. And in here, we're looking at like 21 Celsius for the lowest. You know what? Since I guess we're measuring, I will switch it to Fahrenheit. All right, so yeah, we're looking at 61 degrees Fahrenheit for the lowest and 70 degrees Fahrenheit for the rest. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on and see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and reach around here to the side and plug this in. All right, we're plugged in. Go ahead and press the power button. It's a long press. All right, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that or not, but we're currently drawing 45 watts from the wall. Let's go ahead and change the temperature. So it looks like 0 is the highest it can go to. I don't know if this is Celsius or Fahrenheit. So it looks like 64 is the highest, and it looks like 0 is the lowest. All right, so we'll go ahead and just set it at its lowest. It currently says it's 68, which reflects what the temperature gun said. So that's definitely going to be in Fahrenheit. And let's let this do its thing, and we'll come back in a little while. Alrighty, so we went and got some groceries and left and came back. It is currently 5:43 p.m. This unit was off until I walked in here, and now it's back on and drawing 53 watts. So it currently says it's 0 degrees on the screen. Now I have my temp gun here. I'm going to open the lid here. Absolutely. It says 0 degrees at the lowest. Wow, okay. So it is freezing cold in here right now. You can see it's starting to like frost over. Yeah, we're hitting in some spots under 0. And of course, this is not frozen yet, but we'll give it more time to freeze. It says it's currently 2 degrees in there now. So that's pretty cool. Just a couple hours after unboxing this thing, we've hit 0 degrees. And of course, I opened the lid. It lost a little bit of that. So it's going to ramp back up and then cool back down. But yeah, let's let this freeze overnight and see about these ice cubes or or balls, some ice balls. It's pretty cool so far. Pretty cool. Let's let this do its thing overnight. All right, so it's currently 9:30 at night. Battery's at 98%. It was at 100%. It's currently drawing 42 watts. It says it'll last 4 hours. Oh, look at that. The literally compressor turns off. Okay, yeah, now it's going to change to 83 hours because it's not drawing anything at all. So, pretty cool. 0 degrees in there right now. Compressor turned off. Oh, yeah. I'm going to give it more time, but those are solid. All right, it should also be noted that this light is pretty friggin' awesome. If we take a look, oh yeah. Let's get the coldest point. So yeah, we're looking at -4 for the coldest. The hottest is 27. So yeah, let's just let this sit overnight and see what happens. The compressor just kicked back on since we had the door open for so long. But yeah, it's 9:35, battery's at 98%. Let's see how cold it is in the morning when we wake up and what the battery is on this. It's 5:04 a.m. in the morning, and yeah, I'm at 9%, so gonna plug this up and charge this thing. Well, we're still at 0 degrees. All right, so 0 degrees, and battery is currently charging in the EcoFlow. See what the temperature in here is, and yeah, we're looking at 10 degrees at the hottest point and negative at the lowest. Way over here is the like super cold part. And yeah, these ice trays are at 0 degrees, like -1. So these things are completely frozen. That's so cool. All right, so what I want to do now is open this thing up. All right, there was a pretty good seal, so oh yep, it's still really sealed. All right, here we go. I've never done this before. I just wanted to put it on video. So this supposedly will just pull. I could be butchering this. This could not be how it works at all. You might have to let it unfreeze. All right, so I'm gonna run some water over it. Oh, there we go. It's pulling. Oh, I added a little bit of warm water inside here. That's so cool. So yeah, now we have ice inside here. They're little balls. They're little balls. So now that I added water, it's making it, but you can see they're little balls in there. They're kind of stuck to each other since I added some hot water and frozen and hot together, but it is coming out. Look, there's a little frozen ball. It's an ice ball. So it probably would have worked better if I just been patient and let it like break the seal naturally instead of forcing water, because now these are Alright, so I cheated a little bit and I used some hot water because some of them were like stuck to each other. But yeah, we have little frozen ice balls. That's so cool. They're so cold. So that was my very first time doing that. Obviously, it may not have been the right way to do it, but at the end of the day, I got all the ice balls out and. Alrighty, so here we are. It's Much later, it's after work, and I tried it again. I froze some ice, and I want to see if I can get some ice balls out without absolutely... Okay, so I did a little bit less water this time, which makes this easier to open. And I'm guessing the easiest way would just be to hold... Yeah, okay. Hold this little piece. All right, so now maybe... Oh yeah, all right. Well, this side easily came apart. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, we got a bunch of ice balls, man. Let's put our little stopper in here. Okay, so right now they're just broken little pieces, but... So the balls are still... Yeah. So there's a bunch of balls on this side, but I'm wondering if the easiest way to get them off would be to apply a little bit of heat to the side here, because they are... Yeah, you can see that. You can definitely see that. They're all gathered on this side right here. I should be able to hear my balls drop in a second here. Yep, I just realized what I said. But I am currently waiting for these balls to drop, so there's no other way to put it, really. Oh, I hear them. All right, I applied some hot water. I'm not quite sure what the best way to get these balls to... Oh, there we go. All right. So the balls are all like moving around in there. All right, look at that. That's something right there. All right. Trying to get these balls out of here. All right. Oh, this is freaking awesome, dude. All right. There are no more balls in... Well, okay, there's some more back here in the back. All right. Now there's no more balls. I've got all the balls in my hand right now. And these balls are cold. But that's freaking cool as hell, man. Little ice balls. All right, so here we are. It is currently 39 degrees in there. One thing to note was you saw the battery, like, you know, went from 100 to 9% and it was about dead. Well, that was with the temperature set at its lowest point possible. Now, obviously, it takes a lot more energy to get to that point, you know? Like 0 degrees versus 8 degrees or 39 degrees. That's a lot easier. Obviously, it's much easier to get to 38, 39 degrees than it is to get to 0. And it requires much less power. And right now, I'm just trying to see how many cans I can put in here. All right, will it close? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so we pretty much cleared out a 24-pack. We got 6 left of this 24-pack. That's pretty exciting. Man, I love the size of this thing. It can hold quite a few cans. And you can orient them different ways. If you have bottles, you can orient those different ways, see which way works best for your use case scenario. But man, this thing will go right between the driver seat and the passenger leg seat area, right there in that little gap. This is freaking awesome. And then you can use the seat for like big boxes or something, I don't know. This thing is like very thin, but it's a little bit long, so it's pretty cool. Obviously, the measurements will be on the packaging, and you can measure where you want to put it and see if this is too big or too small for you. I'll have a link to this thing in the description below. I want to give a huge thanks to SetPower for sending this thing over to me to make a video. They're not paying me to make this video, but they did send it to me for free in exchange for a video. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. This is What Would Josh Do? And I'm out.